The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are The Bostonian versus The Book.
You covered! You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus The Book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
You have made the very nice and very smart decision to watch and listen to the Bostonian versus The Book on a Wednesday. What is up, Dave Sharapan?
What is up, Matt Perrault?
I don't know what you're wearing.
Oh,
what is this? The Jaw jersey? What are we doing? You have not worn a basketball jersey with a sweatshirt. Now, are you trying to be stylish or cold? Which
freezing.
One? Okay, so you're cold.
I'm freezing.
Because have you seen this new male trend of wearing the hoodie underneath the suit?
Yeah, this was a trend last year that I disagreed with.
It's still going on.
And they're still trying to do it because they're trying to get around the jacket restriction.
Yeah.
Some of these people require you to go on the television and wear a jacket.
Yeah.
So the people that are, insubordinate employees, my wife has told me that I am the model of insubordinate.
That's
Put on
true.
the hoodie underneath and say, now I got a jacket on and I'm comfortable.
I agree with that, but there is an actual male fashion trend. This is not an insubordinate trend, although there's that angle. There is a male trend, which if you watch the runways of like the fashion people, wearing hoodies, expensive $500 hoodies underneath a suit.
Did you say $500?
Five.
A nickel?
C-notes. A nickel.
For a hoodie?
For a hoodie.
And I like
that
nice
jersey
shit,
you're wearing. What was that jersey? That jersey couldn't have been cheap. That's a nice jersey.
We got guys for this stuff. This is a sweet ass jersey. I got both models actually. I got the baby blue, alternate, whatever they call it, road, home. Yeah. I don't know when they wear them.
Yeah.
And then I got this one too, because Jaw. Who doesn't like watching Jaw play basketball? I mean, if you like basketball, you gotta like Jaw. And I love what Memphis is doing. I hope he's there a while. If not, I got a nice jersey out of the deal. So we're good.
Did you wear a white t-shirt underneath your basketball jersey, or did you go straight on, just like let it flow?
I was such a wuss when I played basketball. I'm not a fan. Like when I played hockey, you just kind of understand you're going to touch other guys and sweat and stuff. But I hated skins and shirts and skins. Hated it.
Me
hated
too.
it. And when I played basketball up through high school through my sophomore year, I was the guy. I would have worn a bodysuit underneath my jersey. I would have worn long sleeves. Okay. I got cold very easily, so I didn't like it. So I wore long sleeves in practice with the jersey over.
Yeah,
these man pants, Lululemon things, tights. I don't know what you call them now.
Leggings.
Leggings? Can we call them leggings, as Matt? I don't know.
Of course. That's what they are. They're leggings.
I love those things. I wear those things every day, so I would wear them underneath.
Do you wear the shorts with the leggings built in now?
No. The leggings are separate.
Okay. Leggings built once. There's some really nice boxing gear that's got that compression. They're called compression shorts is what they're actually called, but it's leggings. Let's be honest. It's what it is.
And they're shorts?
Yeah, like they're all-in-one. They're built in.
Oh.
So the underwear is basically compression leggings that you wear for shorts.
If anybody wants to sponsor the show that has that, I will wear them and take pictures of them from the book if you'd like. Anything you'd like.
I buy mine in England from a company called Box Raw. I have a majority of almost all of my boxing gear. All of my
How do
shorts.
They wash? Do they last? Are they good?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. It's high quality stuff. It takes forever to get here because of the shipping problems in the world. But when you buy them, I mean, I have underwear, shorts, leggings, sweatshirts, full track suits, wraps. Like almost all my stuff is Box Raw.
I'm coming over to the house real quick after the show. I got
okay.
You got to you got to show me these things. I got to touch and feel them because we might just make an order. Can you imagine if we put BVB logos on that stuff? Do you think guys would get them? Buy?
Ooh, well, Box Raw BVB. We already got the B taken care of.
Boom!
You do Box Raw, then BVB down. You could do a whole little stitch thing.
I was thinking
it It would work. It would be successful. I like it. So yeah, for me, I was the thin, tiny, skinny kid who one got cold, but two was trying to look bigger than I was. So I always wore the white. I always wore the white. I tried to look more boxy because I was the thin kid. I was the kid who was tall and thin and got pushed around a lot. So I tried to make myself look bigger by wearing the white shirt underneath. Yeah. It was always like different players. I never got the college kids that did it though. When the college kids did it, I was like, come on, bro. I was like, what's going on? Like, you gotta.
I'm all right with it. Whatever works for you, but if whatever you do, you got to own it, right? Like that's what I tell the kids now. When we coach, some of them like to wear the long sleeves, some of them like to wear the half shirt, some of them, suns out, guns out. When you go to the softball tournament, they all roll them up.
Oh yeah,
they like to stand in the box and flex, and they like to do stretching exercise. I get it all. Just own it, whatever it is you're doing. And if the shortstop likes the suns out, guns out, but the center fielder likes the long sleeves, it's all good. Everybody can just look good, feel good, play good. That's all we do.
Oh, that's I think it's a monster mental thing when you go on the field, on the court, whatever it is. If you feel good, that's why the universities started to change up their unis. They started to realize if we put the kids in some really cool uniforms, they start bouncing around.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's why people used to say when they played the Raiders and they wore black, or the Steelers and they wore black, teams that were wearing black.
What happened? He's frozen. Snap. Come back, Perrault. Oh, thought you froze.
I did freeze.
Goodness. All right.
I was frozen, but I'm back. Sorry.
All right.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
Oh, the wearing black oftentimes gives you a psychological advantage with the Steelers and the Raiders and whatnot. So teams figured it out that what you wear actually does have a mental influence on the way your team performs.
It's only a matter of time before the Patriots start doing it because the Bruins are doing it and they win every damn night. So
wearing black?
Yeah.
Well, that's tough. See, it was really, I never knew that. It was funny when you told the story about Pittsburgh and the Penguins were blue and they went to they went to gold and black because that's what the Pirates were and that's what the Steelers were. Of course. And I tried to think that's the only city in America with that, right?
Damn right it is.
Okay. Nobody else.
All the teams.
Because I can tell you right now, if the Patriots wore black and gold, people would lose their minds. They'd be so mad.
Oh, for real?
People in Boston would not. No. It is Boston Celtics green is a very
old school. I'd rather they all change to green.
Okay. Green is Boston Celtics.
Green is it.
Black and gold is the Bruins.
And
red, white, and blue is the Patriots.
And the Red Sox are never changing.
They have that's the one weird one, right? Because Red Sox will never change the colors, but the Red Sox have done alternative uniforms where they've got the gray uniform.
They've done the city, bro.
They've done the City Connect. Yeah. They've done the whole. So Boston, the Red Sox have been a bit more chameleon with the whole thing, so people are used to it. But if you put like a Patriot player in a black and gold uniform, that would not go over very well. People would be like, no. So that's why it's cool that you guys did that.
Thinking about it, I think I kind of like it. I think I could kind of.
Patriots wearing Steeler colors. You're okay with that?
I think it'd be fun. Yeah, it'd be fun. I'm good with it. I'm good with come to that side. That'd be good. Boy, wait till Bill goes though. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that shit while Bill's there. I don't want to see that shit.
All right, it's Wednesday of championship week. Okay, so I'm gonna run through some stats for this game coming up that are pretty interesting. All right.
Well, we got all kind of stuff, right? Like it's Wednesday of conference championship week, right? We're going to talk about the conference championships because that's what everybody's talking about. But we got plays, we got college basketball, we got all that stuff. We got that. You guys hang with us because there's a Yasiel Puig story coming that I'm blown away. I'm blown away by the whole thing.
All right, we'll get into it. Good tease.
Thank you.
Over the last 9 seasons, home teams are 14-4 straight up in the title games, NFC, AFC title games. Cincinnati's win last year at Arrowhead was one of the 4 when it went 14-4.
Right.
Do you take anything from the trends here and just money line, home KC Eagles and run with the trend?
No, not just blindly. I mean, you have to. Like you do it, you put it in a rundown, and then we talk about it. You have to at least listen and consider it. But everything is so unique. I mean, the most hurt quarterback is on one of the home teams.
Yep.
Right? Like And
The
I have to
updated
admit,
news
the
on
Bengal hat looks pretty good on you, by the way. It doesn't.
thank you.
It looks pretty good.
The up-to-date, if you're just looking for an up-to-date story, Andy Reid just told reporters Mahomes will practice today. Wouldn't be surprised if he's limited, but Reid said he expects him to do everything we'll ask him to do.
And is that breaking news or is that like
I think we know
what
it.
is that?
Everyone, I mean, I don't think anybody thinks Patrick Mahomes is going to be, he's going to be taped up and shot up to play in this game. It's not going to be a problem.
Taped up and shot up.
It's the in-game injury that creates the problem because they can't get the drugs administered quick enough.
Right.
They can't diagnose the injury to find out what the heck actually is going on. That's why they said to Patrick Mahomes, either you go in and get an x-ray or you're not playing the rest of the game. And he was forced to go in and do that. He didn't want to, but Andy Reid literally said, if you don't go in, I'm not putting you back in the game the rest of the game. He was like, fine. Like a 5-year-old ran inside to get his, take his medicine. He just ran inside to get the x-ray because if his leg was broken, they weren't going to have him go play on a broken leg.
Thank you.
So,
the coach sometimes got to protect the player from himself.
Yeah.
That's
that's
part
why
of the job.
He threw the coat and was all mad and ran inside because the in-game injury is what they don't know. The pre-game injury, if they know it going in, it'll be all taken care of. I expect him to be fine.
Oh, man. We just got a guy named Landon pop in the chat.
Higa from Hawaii?
No. This is another one. What are the chances we got 2 Landons participating? Landon LLE.
Okay.
I started watching you guys last week. Absolutely love the show. You definitely have a new daily listener.
Spread the word.
By one. They're coming.
Brick
They're going to keep coming. Keep telling people. I absolutely love that. That just made my morning. That's not the best thing about today. We do that at the end of the show.
Yes.
But yes. Somebody just popped in, Alex L. Mahomes under rushing yards. We got to start looking at this stuff for the props. We got to start thinking about that after today. I mean, he's going to practice, and Andy's going to go out there and say, hey, my guys, he's practicing. He's going to do what we ask him to do. He ain't going to be able to run the ball, is he?
Well, that takes us to the second point. Only 6 teams in history have we seen a rematch playing each other in back-to-back years in title games.
Only 6 times ever this has happened?
Yes. This is the 7th time in history where we've seen the same 2 teams. Your Steelers, I knew they played. The Raiders and the Steelers played 3 consecutive years.
What do you think I don't like the Raiders for?
I know, but like
I'm
45. This is before me. Like I don't remember that.
Yeah,
when that happened,
was every year. Was annoying.
3 straight years of playing the Raiders in the AFC title game. That's something.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
It was this team again.
Since 1970, Dallas defeated San Francisco in both 70 and 71.
Hello.
Steelers took 2 of 3 from the Raiders from 74, 75, and 76.
And then finished with 2 Super Bowls after that.
Steelers captured 2 straight over the Houston Oilers in 78 and 79.
Damn right they did. Love you, Blue. Kick the door down, Bum Phillips.
Broncos edged the Cleveland Browns in consecutive thrillers in 86 and 87. That was the drive.
Oh, boy. Cleveland people. Sorry.
Yep. And Dallas took 2 of 3 from San Francisco in 92, 93, 94.
Epic
and the Ravens and the Patriots split their AFC battles in 2011 and 2012. Not much to gain or glean from those stats, but I just thought it was interesting. This is only the 7th time we've ever seen this. So we're seeing history here between the Chiefs and the Bengals. And like you hate the Raiders, Bengals and Chief fans are starting to get some animosity towards each other.
We don't like each other.
This is really interesting. The GM of the Steelers of the Bills was asked this morning about building the roster and how the Bengals did it and how they could go and get wide receiver talent like a Jamar Chase. And he basically said, I never want to suck as bad as you have to draft a Jamar Chase.
It's a fair point.
It's not a fair point because the Bills sucked for years and couldn't draft. Chase is a unicorn. It's a lucky break.
It was a good pick. He's good.
Fine, but I did the math. From 2009 to 2013, the Bills went 28 and 52. They won 6, 6, 6, 4 in 6 games.
So the year they won 4, they probably should have drafted a good wide receiver, but maybe they didn't need one.
The Bengals from 2016 to 2020, those 5 years, won 6, 7, 6, 2, and 4 games and went 25, 53, and 2.
Thank you, Marvin Lewis.
Bills went 28 and 52. So it's not just about sucking to draft good players. It's just knowing who to draft. The Bills couldn't draft. That's why they were getting their lunch handed to them by the Patriots over and over again. They drafted Josh Allen 7th overall, by the way. Wasn't like he was a high draft pick.
Some of the best stuff we get for the show. And I just, you guys can see it. We love doing the show. We love that you're all here. Someone named Bradley Martin, who I haven't seen in the chat ever before,
right?
Just came in and said this. Here I am trying to enjoy a nice, snowy January afternoon, and Matt has to bring up the drive and the Browns' misery. When will it end?
It never will end. Man, remember that how grainy? I just remember how grainy the TV, the watching it on television, how grainy it was.
Oh,
it was just like it was really hard to see. It was like Kozar and Elway, Mark Duper, right?
Field was nasty. No,
who's a wideout for the Browns?
For the Browns,
yeah.
Well, I mean, Ozzie Newsome was a tight end. No,
that's tight end. Yeah, I forget who the
wide receiver for the Browns.
I'm forgetting who it was because I just remember that
Ernest Biner,
running back,
was the running back.
Yeah.
Fumbled the ball.
And then who was the wideout for the Broncos who made the catch at the end?
Mark Jackson.
And there's one other one, right?
Yeah,
Duper was the Dolphins.
Vance something.
Oh gosh, that game was so
Put it
crazy.
In the chat, boys.
Anything like that's the beginning of my memory. Like my memory for sports begins as a 9-year-old. So basically 86, anything that happened 85, 86 is basically when all my memories start.
Oh.
So
okay.
Patriots and the
Bears,
I was
15
the drive.
At that time. Yeah, that was I told you that was my first Super Bowl party with all the boys and people from the neighborhood came over, and
I had 86 with the Red Sox and the Mets. So like right around that,
Patriots went to the Super Bowl that year.
And got killed, and Red Sox went to the World Series, and like I thought that was normal. Celtics won the whole thing. Larry Bird won it all that year. 85, 86 is when all my memories begin. So I was right there to Elway versus Kozar. I remember that.
Auntie with 8 E's in his name, a Cleveland native, just came in and said, Browns insults go in one ear and out the other. We've heard them all.
Which version, though? The first Browns or the second Browns?
Oh, I mean,
that's
the
problem.
Which
version of your franchise are we talking about? Because your real franchise is in Baltimore. So, like, it's the truth.
Dirty pool right there.
That's
dirty pool on a Wednesday. What are you doing?
It's what it is. The Baltimore Colts technically play in Indianapolis. So, I mean, if you're a Baltimore Colt fan, your team plays in Indianapolis. So, if you're a Raven fan now, the real team plays in Indianapolis.
Oh, Vance Johnson was part of the Three Amigos.
There you go.
That was one of them. And then Webster Slaughter. Webster Slaughter was the wide receiver for the Browns.
That's
Webster
okay. Thank you.
Slaughter.
Yeah. Okay. I remember Ernest Biner really well. Ozzie Newsome because he became the athletic director for Alabama, I believe. So, like, I know that's how I remember him. All of them.
Just came in and said, Matt woke up today and chose violence.
That's every day, my friend.
This every day, people. This is what the show's about.
I haven't even started yet. I'm not even warmed up yet.
Only in the third part of the rundown.
My arm is not even loose yet. Like, we got a lot more to come here. Okay, so Mahomes I forgot the loss there, has lost 3 straight to Cincy. This is crazy. Patrick Mahomes has lost 3 straight games to the Bengals. He hasn't lost 2 straight games to any other team in the NFL. This is his kryptonite. Wow. The Bengals are Patrick Mahomes' kryptonite. I mean, he beat them without Burrow the first time he played them.
Right.
And ever since Joe Burrow has come into the league, they're 3-0.
Can't win.
And no one has beaten the Chiefs in back-to-back games.
Can't do it.
Except the Bengals.
Damn.
It's wild.
So do the people from Cleveland root for the Bengals now? Like, do they get on board? The Ohio people, they're like, look, let's go, Joe B. Let's get Ohio in there.
Maybe. I could see it. Yeah. I can
I mean,
see
people from Ohio, the salt of the earth people. I mean,
they are. I mean, but they are
like Browns and Bengals. I don't think that mixes.
Do you want to, let's put Patrick Mahomes and let's put Burrow. Who would you cheer? If you're from Ohio, you're cheering for Patrick Mahomes. Oh, sorry, you're cheering for Joe Burrow, not Patrick Mahomes.
Joe B.
And if you're a Cleveland fan, you're choosing between Joe Burrow and Deshaun Watson at the moment. It's not a hard pick. Who you want to cheer for?
I mean, it's not even on the table.
So you're going to cheer for the Browns. Sorry, for the Bengals, clearly. I mean, I bet a lot of Browns fans have had their fandom questioned about whether they want to go be a Bengal fan or not. It's a much more fun team to cheer for than the Browns. Swag aside, story aside, the Bengals are a much more fun team to cheer for.
Oh, this is big for the Chiefs and Mahomes, right? Like we got to beat Joe Burrow. We got to beat.
Oh, well, if you lose this game,
the chatter's nonstop.
Well, it becomes Brady, Peyton Manning.
Why does it always come back to Brady?
Because that's what it is. It's Manning forever had to live in the shadow. He was the guy. Peyton Manning was the number one pick. He was the dude. Everybody was in love with Manning. He's the best. He's the best. Uh-oh. What just happened? He can't beat the Patriots anymore. Oh, this Brady guy is now putting rings on his finger like crazy. Belichick, Brady, over and over and over again. Now he went and got his. He went to Denver and got his. Okay. So he went there and, at the end of the
got one in the Colts. He had to beat the Bears to do it.
He got one.
Beat Rex Grossman, by the way.
Got one. Congrats. And then he had to go
a lot of games to
Denver. Yeah, lost a lot of playoff games. Okay. And they bitched and moaned about fake gas laws and balls and everything else. So they had to make up fake things and lie and cry and whine. Couldn't do it fairly. So they had to go try to get Brady suspended for whatever it was. I'm never letting that go. No. We'll never let that go. Colts will never. I'm sorry. Jim Irsay and the Colts, whatever happens to you guys, I'm good with it. Watching your star
Otto's in the chat.
retire.
PSU Otto. He's a Steelers guy. He says once the Steelers are out, he cheers for wagers, not teams.
I cheer for wagers, not teams, almost now anyway.
Well, this is what it's become with us living here in Las Vegas and doing the show every day and like doing the content and betting and all this other stuff. You cheer for the wagers, not the teams. I totally get that.
Joe Burrow is 3-0 in road games and 5-1 in the playoffs.
Tell him, Joe B.
I mean, this is nuts. We are starting to see the beginning of one of the careers, in my opinion. Like, he's got the potential, if things keep going on this trajectory, where he could be the face of the league.
In Cincinnati?
Yes, he could be the face of the league. Because the NFL doesn't matter. You don't need to play in a major market in the NFL. Just need to play in the NFL. You play. I mean, Josh Allen.
They made Baker Mayfield a household name on all the commercials and stuff. In Cleveland, he didn't even win anything.
Right. And I mean, Josh Allen's
it's
doing.
It's not pick on Cleveland Day. It's just we're just talking facts. I just
what it is.
I mean, it came right.
But I mean, Josh Allen in Buffalo is doing nationwide Gillette commercials, right? So like, you can do different things. You don't have to be where you are. You don't have to be stuck in one place. You can be around. You can be doing, as long as you're in the league. Drew Brees was in New Orleans and he got a ton of attention. Like, you can be in small markets. So being in Cincinnati, I don't think it's a problem.
Got to win.
He is. Right? He's winning.
Got to win. He's been winning. He got to get that. He got to get that ring at some point. I think that solidifies that changes everything as far as that next
he's
level,
wearing yes. If Joe Burrow's an NFL champion before Josh Allen is, whoo, baby.
Now hasn't Buffalo suffered enough? Like, seriously. I mean, what are you going to go to Buffalo for? We buried Cleveland already today. You're going to go to Buffalo? Let Josh be right now.
Buffalo buries themselves. But it's Buffalo. It's just like the influence. It's just like the comeback is it's Buffalo. Like, that's your comeback to that. But we've talked about Burrow and Burrow, Mahomes, and Allen and kind of the pecking order.
Yeah.
If it's 1-1, Mahomes and Burrow is the third man out of this conversation who's not in the talk right now, at least not until he gets one.
It's true. There's no denying. This AFC is going to be, I mean, this is great, is it not? This is just set up for, I think, years of this, hopefully.
Matt, I want to skip ahead before we get to the NFC because I put this in the wrong place.
What?
Zach Taylor, the coach of the Bengals.
Yes.
You know, he has a 5-1 record as well, right? Because he's tied to Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Do you know the names, the all-time greats he's now in the same breath with? It's actually disgusting.
Let me put the listening glasses back on because I want to reiterate the fact that you buried this guy last year all the way to L.A. where we went to the Super Bowl, and you finally conceded that maybe he might be okay, but he was going to be the reason why they lost. Now Zach Taylor's name is next to who, Perrault?
Just to be fair, I was right. They lost.
They didn't lose because of the coach,
but they lost.
They did lose.
So I wasn't totally, yes, they covered 23-20.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. But the names that he is in the same category with is like, well, for starters, Andy Reid is his father-in-law. Okay. And
for real?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Mike Sherman. Sorry. Mike Sherman. Sorry,
what are you talking about?
Sorry. I'm misreading it. Mike Sherman is his father-in-law. So, who coached under Mike Holmgren, as well as with Mike Shanahan.
Okay.
As well as Bill Walsh. Okay. So Zach Taylor's 5-1 as a head coach in the postseason.
That's
his
good.
.833 postseason winning percentage ranks second in NFL history behind Vince Lombardi, who went 9-1.
They named the championship trophy after that guy. He's pretty good.
Zach Taylor is only the 13th head coach in NFL history to win at least 5 of his first 6 postseason games. The first one since Mike Tomlin.
He's okay.
Should he win on Sunday, he would join Bill Belichick, Mike Shanahan, Tom Flores, Joe Gibbs, Jimmy Johnson, Vince Lombardi, and Bill Walsh as the only head coaches in NFL history to win at least 6 of their first 7 postseason games.
I hate to say it, that's pretty good.
Zach Taylor's name is in the same breath if he wins on Sunday. As Bill Belichick, Mike Shanahan, Tom Flores, Joe Gibbs, Jimmy Johnson, Vince Lombardi, and Bill Walsh. Killing me. I mean, it's just like, holy mother is a good quarterback. The lesson for everything. Wow.
Do you remember the show on TV, Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Yes.
Well, there you go. There's your Ripley's Believe It or Not right there. You just named basically who's who. We don't do the Mount Rushmores, but I mean, there's some legendary coaches on there. They would be on the Mount Rushmore of coaches in NFL history. And Zach Taylor's right there and can get to the Super Bowl in back-to-back seasons, which
unbelievable
is incredible. Yes.
If the Bengals are there against the Eagles,
yes,
do you want the Bengals to win?
Well, you know, we have some Super Bowl exactas.
Well, I'm forget about our betting, for instance.
Right?
Just talk about, because I think the NFL with Joe Burrow as the defending champ could be a fun place.
It'd be fantastic.
Right? It would be a really fun place.
But you know what else would be fun?
What?
All the Rocky videos and all the Tony Sirianni clips and talks and all this other stuff. Them and the Johns, all the Johns and all the other people in Philly beating their chest about being the Super Bowl champ and everybody going after them. That'd be a fun defending Super Bowl champ as well.
But they fell on their face the last time they did it so quickly.
Oh, shit.
They did. Well, they fell on their face quickly. I mean, I remember
they
parade.
beat the Patriots, right? Do we remember that?
Yeah, then 2019 and 2020 and 2021. They fell on their face. Now they're back with a new head coach and a new quarterback. It's not the same team. Different roster, different team, different everything, but being back is big.
Same fan.
Same city. Their parade was epic. I mean, they had an insane parade in 2018.
The first one is always the best one, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, true.
There's nothing like it. The
Yeah,
first
really
Stanley
isn't.
Cup for the Penguins, literally will never forget. The first World Series for the Pirates. I'll never forget. I pray every day that I'm going to see another one.
You're never going to relive it again.
God, I'm going to be that fan that, where they're going to be like at 80. They're going to go, do you remember 1979? I'll be like, yeah,
Grandpa,
Sister
you're full of
Sledge,
shit. The
we
Pirates
are
never won.
family."
The Pirates never won anything. What
I
are you
was at
talking
game
about?
3. I froze my ass off. I sat behind the foul pole with my brothers. They wanted to leave. I told my cousin Zale, we're not leaving. I'm 9. I'm at the World Series.
It's pretty good.
I remember. You remember the Red Sox first World Series. I mean, it's incredible. So the first one is epic. Doing it again, reinventing the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a good story.
Yeah, it's a great story. I mean, and Jalen Hurts alone is an awesome story. I mean, that story is a movie. I mean, he wins it all.
Oh,
fuck making Brady for 80 or 80 for Brady. Go make that movie. The Jalen Hurts story would be a much more fun movie to watch.
Right?
7 old women cooning over, over Brady.
That's going to be so weird. That's the whole thing. Are you going to go see that? Are you going to see that?
Absolutely. I let people go see things for me first. People are saying it actually isn't that bad of a movie.
Really?
I won't see
you got
it.
inside knowledge of it already?
It's out. People have seen it. People have come back out. Townies, Boston people are coming out saying it's not a bad Boston movie. It kind of it portrays the city in a really good light.
Wow.
But
okay. It's out of the movie theater?
I think so, yeah. Or I know people, or at least for the media, I've seen media reviews of it saying like Boston people saying like it's a Boston movie. It's people in you relive the 2018 Falcons championship, come from behind, Tom Brady. Yeah, that's what it is. It's about a group of old women who go to the Super Bowl to watch, and it's the year that Brady was down 28-3, and they come back and beat the Falcons.
Yeah.
It's like Fever Pitch, but only worse.
Oh. I love Fever Pitch. I must have watched it 100 times.
That wasn't the right ending, though, right?
Yeah, you told me
that. They had to redo the whole movie. They had a whole plan. It was supposed to be making fun of Boston, and then it went, oh, fuck, they won. Now what do we do? we gotta scrap the whole plan. We gotta make it all. Now it's a feel-good movie. It was supposed to be a making fun of Boston movie. It's supposed to be about win one for the Gipper and you get your heart broken, but don't stop because the Red Sox don't stop. That was the whole point of the movie. And then they won, and the Farley brothers were like, now what the hell do we do? We're done. Like, we're in trouble. We got to fix this. We got to make it feel like now it's about a Boston. They had to rework the whole movie. I love that. I was like, good. God. Jerks.
Ventura 226. Can Brother Dan confirm the story of the World Series? Yes, he can, because his big ass was cold and he wanted to leave. He was whining and I said, we're staying.
Look at that.
He ain't here right now, so I could say that. If he was right here, I'd be a little scared.
So here's my point about I don't know what I'm betting on Bengals and the Chiefs yet because of this reason. So the number 1, number 5, and number 7 ranked defenses for points allowed are left in the postseason. Okay,
the number 1, 5, and what?
7 for points allowed.
Which one's what?
Which one do you think? Which of the 4 do you think is not on the list?
I already know that. That's easy. But what the graphic just told me. If I didn't know, thank you, Farrah, for popping that thing right in there. That was really good. We're moving like a well-oiled fucking machine this morning. I love it. Who's number 1? San Francisco?
San Fran. Huh?
Right.
5 might
Who's
surprise
number
you.
5 is 5 is Philadelphia. 7 is the Bengals. 5 is Bengals. 7 is Philly.
Yeah.
Casey's not in the top 10.
Casey's not in the top 10.
So they're losing.
Well, that's the question, right?
What?
It makes me go, I like the over in the AFC game.
Agree.
So I think that's a better bet. I think betting the over for Bengals and the Chiefs is a better play than taking either side, either plus 1.5, minus 1.5, whatever the number is going to do. Because I think the more that the Mahomes news starts, the more Chief money is going to come in.
Jeez, Addison just said, see you guys later. I have a job interview.
Best of luck.
Wish me luck. God damn, wish you luck, Addison. Come back with the gig.
Good luck, Addison.
While you're there, tell him. Yeah. Tell him to watch the BVB while you're there. Just have him, talk.
Hey, by the way, can I have my lunch break from 1 to 3 Eastern every day? Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to take a break. Chef Benny put it in his deal. I don't fly.
Yep.
I don't fly during the show. So Chef B's, shout out to him for that. Are you concerned about the weather? Some people like to refer to you as the meteorologist that enjoy the show every day because we're always talking about the weather. We started today talking about the weather because it's cold here in Vegas. It's like 46 degrees and windy. But we concerned about the weather in Kansas City? I'm not.
It's going to be 28 and sunny. What are you worried about?
6:30 start.
So what? We don't
5:30. 5:30 there. 5:30.
No wind.
Okay.
And 28 degrees. Nah. They just won in the snow of Buffalo. I ain't worried. No, they're going to score points. Both teams are going to score points. If
Right.
KC can't score, the narrative, you want to play it out as to how would I think if the Bengals win, the Bengals could win the same way that they beat the Bills.
Same way.
Yeah. Score 28 points, hold them to under 17 points.
There you go.
Well, then that's the under.
But that keeps the under, right? I think the 28
That's the
to
under.
20.
So like that, it could happen. But to me, the Bengals are scoring on the Chiefs. That's happening. Okay. So now the question is, Mahomes from behind is going to throw the ball a ton, which at home, generally speaking, he's only lost by 6 points or less in the postseason when he's lost. So chances are teasing the Bengals, if it depends on where the number goes, you take the Chiefs. Right now, plus 1.5, 7.5 is a pretty good teaser for the Chiefs right now.
Yes.
But I still like the over.
Take it down and go over. If you do the
No,
teaser.
I wouldn't do I don't know if I'm going to do a same game teaser on that. I've kind of cooled on those. I like just two game teasers, but I think you could tease both the dogs.
What a chat. How cool is it? Addison came in, watched the show, and he's leaving to go do a job interview. And we got like 25 people just go, good luck, Addison. Good luck,
Nice.
Addison. Have the brigade backing you to go, for a job interview. That's really cool. The rest of the chat right now is rolling with, don't worry about the weather in Kansas City.
No.
So that's good to
there's
know.
No concerns at all.
Cincy team total over, better
This-
than the play over. What were you going to say?
No, I was
sorry,
just
go
going to say
ahead.
the numbers already moving with the
Mahomes news. Okay.
Yeah. So this morning
Where?
it was Chiefs plus 1.5. Now it's Chiefs plus 1.
Yeah, it's coming down. It's coming back to pick.
So as
Yep,
Mahomes
that's it.
practices throughout the week, that number's going to flip. It's going to go to Chiefs
Yeah.
minus 1. I would be willing.
And
I'd
I
be willing
would
to
and
bet
I
on
would
the
do
line
the
move.
same tease, and I would tease it the same way. If it goes to 1.5, whoever's the dog, this is a 7 point or less game, one side or the other in my mind. So whoever's going to be the dog, I'm teasing up.
Which way are you more likely to say they win by more than 7?
Bengals beat the Chiefs by more than 7.
I don't see it any other way.
Yeah.
I really don't. I mean, only because the Bengals defense is gonna keep
Correct.
it.
Yep.
They're
They're the
like
fifth
that.
best scoring defense in the NFL. People don't talk about them at all. Never mentioned.
And they are physical as
Mhm.
all hell.
And they're
Somewhat
not going to
borderline
be
dirty.
Well, fine, but they're not going to be intimidated because they've already won the game last year in this building. So, like, the problem with guys with swag, the problem with guys with confidence is if you give them a
Hold on,
reason,
what are you talking about now?
if you give them a reason to have their confirmation bias confirmed, that I'm better than you because I believe I'm better than you. And by the way, I've already done it. It just compounds the confidence. You walk into that building and you're just like, this is a game anywhere. We're not worried about Arrowhead Stadium.
Damn right.
And so you start to play with such a level of confidence that you have to have. The moment's not bigger than you. You're bigger than the moment. And you make the throw, you make the play, you make the read. Sports, we know this is inches. This is split-second decisions. You got to have
it's
your
one
brain.
penalty, one
Yeah.
tip ball. One can be such the margin of victory against this much.
And if in your heart, you're going, I can do that. If you believe it, like not just say it, you firmly believe it in your soul. It could be really problematic for the Chiefs.
That's what we try to teach the kids every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like seriously, as parents, like I'm trying to teach my daughters that every single day. Listen, walk like it, act like it, own it. And then everybody tells you no, you keep doing it. That shit don't bother you.
Mm-mm.
And you just, I remember the first time we took the kids to California and we played in the hood. We played in a place where the police helicopters were flying over the whole morning.
Wow.
Kids got out of the car and almost shit themselves. I looked around and was like, man, these people, we are the marks here. Like we got to. And so I got louder. I turned the music up on the box. I said, listen, this is like we're at home. Everybody relax. Because they were like looking around. There was, a lot of stuff going on. I was like, no, this is we're playing a game. Let's just play the game. We won every game that day. And that propelled us to being that much better. You're right. If Cincinnati goes in here, I've heard this. Whoever wins the NFC game is winning the Super Bowl.
No.
Hell no. If it's
No.
Cincinnati, hell no.
It's not that. I mean, they could, but I'm not making the proclamation that that's an automatic. Like that's not an auto fire. I wouldn't be betting on the NFC to win it all right now. No. I disagree with that. I think it's a game. I mean, if you want to overlook Joe Burrow, go ahead. I mean, do it at your own peril. He's back in that game, and he knows when you taste defeat in the biggest game, boy, it brings you back. When you get in that locker room, you waited a year to get back there. You play with a hunger, man.
Joe was playing with that hunger in Ohio in high school, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's been playing with that hunger since they told him he couldn't go to college at Ohio State. That's fine. I'll go to LSU.
He wants that cigar moment, man. He wants that LSU cigar. He wants
a little Mola Lobby in there.
He wants the cigar moment. He wants the Monday morning cigar celebration. That's what he wants. So if he gets it, I mean, the league has to go, if the Bengals win it all. Because it could be the start. Because it could be the start of something big. They're every year, as I said, the more confident you get this team, the more they believe in themselves, the more that they're allowed to be them, boy, they start to become a juggernaut.
Someone asked in the chat, who's that? Goroff, our buddy. All the look ahead numbers right now are either one or pick, no matter the combination.
Right. So then what are we talking about? Automatic NFC. Whoever wins it all. No,
I'm just talking about narratives and people
I like it.
Talking about stuff. Yeah,
it's wrong. So San Francisco has not allowed a 100-yard rusher all year. No one has run for 100 yards on this defense.
Oh man,
could Jalen Hurts do it?
Whoa, that's a lot. They got to be ahead, right? They got to be continuing to. He has to maybe break one off.
I like Miles Sanders in this game. His
What's
props.
the number?
At all.
His props only 50 yards right now. I know.
Don't like it at all.
San Fran, blah blah blah. Number one defense running.
Right.
Whatever.
Blah 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 is what they are.
Dude,
Jalen Hurts. If anyone's going to get it, Jalen Hurts gets
all
it.
season and winning all season.
It's been pretty good.
They're not playing San Francisco. He hasn't been playing. He's been playing
San Fran. He's a Penn State guy. He's one of Dave's.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think you stay away from all the running backs.
Wait, you don't like that he's a Penn State guy, or you just don't like it in general? What are you saying right now, Perrault?
I'm saying I don't like any running back for the Eagles to do anything besides an anytime touchdown. This is a jail. If the Eagles are winning this game,
besmirching Penn State guys, and then we were going to have
the Eagles win
off, and that would have been it.
If the Eagles win, it's because of Jalen Hurts.
I think so.
And Jalen Hurts has to be the best player on the field. He's got to be the best player on the field. Boston Scott anytime touchdown. Miles Sanders anytime touchdown. Sure. But running backs don't do anything against this defensive front. Like we saw it last week. Both Pollard and Zeke did basically nothing. It's going to be the same case for the Eagles. It's all Jalen Hurts to me. And I think they're going to let him go. It's the NFC Championship game with 2 weeks off between. Let him run. See what he can do.
Konowitsky says the 49ers will be the best line Hurts has seen all year. Yes.
Yep.
That's
100%.
fact. I did 8 in the box this morning with Nubian and Behow, and Behow was poo-pooing the Eagles schedule, saying they didn't really play anybody. They had one of the easiest schedules. It is fair. It is fair, but you beat the people on your schedule. They've done it up to this point better than anybody in the NFC. Got the number 1 seed, got the game at home.
It's unbelievable. Jalen Hurts this year, his high was 157 yards rushing against the Green Bay Packers at home.
He ain't rushing for 100 yards.
He had 17 attempts, 157 yards, ran for 9.2 yards average. He ran for 77 yards against the Giants, 61 against the Bears, 61 against the Cardinals, 90 against the Lions. He could, Dave. They're going to let him go. They're going to let Jalen Hurts.
No questions about his shoulder and all that stuff now?
Like there are, but like this is the NFC Championship game. This is like you just let him go. Hey, man, get down, but pick up as many yards as you can. Design runs. You break 4 or 5 runs, and he could do it. I mean, He's had runs of this year. He had a 42-yard run against the Green Bay Packers, a 24-yard run against the Giants, 22-yard run against the Bears, 26-yard run against the Vikings.
What's his longest rush prop?
His longest rush prop. I haven't seen that. Can you bet that?
Longest rush. Let's see.
Who puts that up?
Props? I'm looking right now, sir.
Boyd does, my friend.
Longest rush, longest rush.
Player props alternative. Player alternative props. Yeah.
Ooh.
Interesting.
They did not put up a number.
Yeah.
Jalen, they only have the running backs.
Because my gut would say if they're going to put it up, it would be 24 yards. Because he's been right around. He's been 26, 23, 24, 22, 21. Like he's had, and then he's had the long games, which are, the crazy games. But those are generally speaking, he has like 120-yard or 115-yard run a game. But I'm just saying, if you're looking, this Niners defense front seven is just sick. Their linebackers fly around. Their defensive line's really good. But Jalen Hurts over his rushing prop may be a good bet.
Yeah, it's at 48.5 right now.
I like that.
Put out the alternative number yet.
Opening kickoff to be a touchback in Cincinnati, Kansas City's minus 120. Like, what is that?
Right.
It's just
should be higher than that?
What the hell is this?
Should be plus.
It's a menu of stuff.
Oh. Should be plus? No, should be minus 400.
Opening kickoff to be a touchback, minus 120.
Should be
That's
higher
it.
than that.
Oh, to be.
Hello?
I thought you said touchdown. I was like,
oh no, to be
yeah.
a
that's
touchback.
ridiculous.
It should be higher than that.
A touchback.
Yeah.
It should be higher than that. The only question is the wind, right? If there's any wind, but right now in the forecast, there's no wind. There has to be a number where, for whatever reason, one of the two teams kicks the ball short on purpose.
See, now it's minus 145 in the San Francisco-Philadelphia game. That's ridiculous. What is that?
Huh. So
let's look here. I'm trying to find this because if we can find either a rushing attempts, you think he's going to be a big part of the game plan in rushing the football, right?
I do. Yeah.
Player rushing yards.
Because it sets up everything.
48.5.
Yeah, Matt just said that. Yeah, over that.
Oh, all right.
I like that a lot. That's the only number it Hurts that's up right now.
Alternate rushing yards.
Oh, 13.5. FanDuel's got Hurts longest rush for 13.5 yards.
There you go.
Is that right? Oh,
yeah.
Bet the over on that. I like the over on that.
See, that's too low. Like that one run can
13.5.
That.
Well, no, longest as a whole point. Longest run.
Yeah, one. I mean, it has to be 20.
Where it has to be one run. It's got to be one run. It's the longest single rush. What's his longest rush? It's 13.5 yards.
Oh, yeah. I meant the total rushing yards. Like there were games where Mahomes' rushing yards was 22, like total in a game. And I was like, he could do that on one play. That's not high enough. This, at least, he's 48.5.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. See, that's telling me that the numbers guys might think that that's a little bit. That's going to be hard
to get.
Yeah, it's below 50 yards. I mean, if he rushes for below 50 yards, they're going to get their ass whooped, aren't they?
In my opinion. See, here's the question. San Francisco, if they win, it'll be the first time since 2016 that they've had 3 quarterbacks start and have a team make the Super Bowl.
Wait, Patriots. Say that again?
If San Fran wins,
okay, it'll be the third time.
No, the first time since 2016.
Okay.
That a team has played 3 quarterbacks during the year and made the Super Bowl.
Who was that team in 2016?
Who do you think?
I can't remember. Who was
Patriots. The Brady suspension year.
Oh.
They played Garoppolo, they played Brissett, and they played Brady.
Did the Eagles do it the next year when they beat the Patriots? Wasn't it Carson Wentz and Nick Foles and the other guy?
That's 2.
Oh, they didn't have another guy play? I thought they had another guy play.
3 quarterbacks play.
Brady was suspended that year?
Yeah, remember?
What's he suspended for?
Deflategate.
Oh, when he was cheating. That's right.
Oh, right. When he was lied about when he was cheating. Right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
No, I was just making sure. We're just confirming.
Yeah, it's okay. People don't know science, but it's fine. It was a large indictment of the U.S. educational system that we didn't know what the ideal gas law was. It's okay. It's a big
Somehow
indictment.
we work it into the show almost daily. It's so good.
It's fun. Ideal gas law became a thing. They're like, holy fuck, that exists. Wow, I didn't know that. How did that exist? What the really? Yeah, your air pressure in your tires when it gets low, it drops down. Holy shit!
I hate
really?
that.
When it's cold outside, balls go from warm to heat in the air. What the fuck? Whoa! What's this physics thing we got going on? What is this? That's amazing. What a wild thing this is with science. Like, Bill Nye, the science guy, actually might know something.
Bill Nye, the science guy, was great.
He's not even a scientist.
Kids, Google that.
He's not a scientist. He's a TV personality.
He was good at his job too.
Yeah. He was he sold it. But my goodness gracious, everybody in Boston got a PhD, Sonic. We all got it. Because what we did, we actually read the report. When you read the report, you're like, this is the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever read in my life.
Right?
This is the dumbest thing ever. You're suspending a guy for 4 games for this? Are you kidding me? Or how many games? They wanted a year or whatever the hell they wanted?
Oh, man. I ain't even reading it, Sebastian. Sebastian came in the chat. He fired a missile. I can't even read it. It'll get you more fired up. I don't want to get you fired up.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Colonel Akbar. He throw it right out there. Otto leaves the basketballs in the car overnight. The gas.
Oh, he dropped the Watson. No, Brady gets suspended for 4 games, and Watson gets suspended for 6, and then got
Watson got suspended for 11. We're not talking about it no more.
He served
11 games.
He got 6, and he served 11.
11 games.
served 11. Okay, so let's go to hockey. So you predicted it correctly. I was skeptical of the first Rick Tocchet game last night for the Vancouver Canucks, and boy, they smoked the Blackhawks last night 5-2.
They trailed 1-0 though. I bet them in game.
They
minus
did.
120.
That was nice.
Awesome.
They trailed, and they came back second period, big second period for Vancouver, and they came through.
Second period overs were a thing yesterday, by the way.
Second period overs are always a thing in the NHL right now.
Yes,
they're always an over right now. It's ridiculous.
I was live on the air with Gabe and Cam, and I said, hey, the Bruins game went under in the first period. Let's bet over in the second.
Yeah.
We had to lay 160 to do it, but we got there. The Canucks and Blackhawks game, under in the first period, over in the second period.
I gotta find. Yeah, I need to go open more books.
Caesars.
I need
it's
to do
in
that,
there
yeah.
every day.
No,
every game.
Today, I'm going to open a Caesars account. I mean, I have one. I have a William Hill account, but I don't have a Caesars account. So I need to go and
it's William Hill. That's what mine is. William Hill. It's in there.
Yeah, I got to either. I haven't used it in forever. I don't know the password. It's on my phone. I just don't use it. So I need to reopen it and use it to be able.
You could just call customer service. They'll do it right on the phone. You don't have to go anywhere to do it. But if you go to the book, closest one to the house is Arizona Charlie's. Just shoot down the freeway. You'll be there in 12 minutes.
Beautiful. Yes, I'm doing that today to be able to go and because I'm getting frustrated because I have to go. I have alternative ways of doing that, but it's not as. The numbers aren't.
It's not as easy.
Yeah, it's not as easy to do that. So I'd rather do it just myself.
Just leave it at that. It's not as easy.
Bruins were fun yesterday. But before we go to them, Vancouver's at Seattle tonight. Does it carry over? Plus 140 dogs.
Mm-mm.
So you like game 1 with Rick Tocchet. You don't like game 2 with Rick Tocchet. Okay.
Seems a little bit high. I looked at it last night. I was like, geez, what are they going to make the Canucks? Or the Canucks, which now they're forever known to me as. I'm going to call them the Canucks. You talked about my tweet today about the funny video. I'm going to tweet the Canucks video.
You need to, yes.
I almost misspelled that on purpose. I almost put
the Canucks. I don't like it on the second game of a back-to-back. They've been terrible on the second games of back-to-backs, even with the new coach. They have to be better defensively, and the Kraken score a lot of goals. I like the game to fly over 6.5. I like Seattle to team total over. I don't think we're getting enough with the Canucks.
All right, hold on. I'm going to give you the numbers.
Ooh.
Because Seattle at home, I looked at this last night. So
Seattle, I have to win it all. Sebastian just came in and said Seattle to win it all.
Seattle is at home this year.
They're great on the road. Average at home.
Yeah, so they are hold on. Seattle is 14-7-2 to the under at home.
Seattle is.
Uh-huh. That's why I didn't bet it.
What's Vancouver to the over? On the road.
Vancouver on the road is
over
18-5-1.
To the over?
Uh-huh.
Rubber meets the road. What do we do?
Under. Home team record.
I
always
respectfully
shade.
disagree, counselor.
Okay,
I would say over.
I shade towards the under for a team at home that's more of an under team because they'll win the game 4-1. They'll score.
That's likely. Yes. Okay.
That's the problem. Is that the
that's
team
why I like
that's
Seattle
bad,
team total over.
that I
That was
like
better.
Seattle team total over. I like that I can
go.
get behind. But the other one, asking for 7 goals worries me. Because I looked at it, I thought about betting
Did
it.
Otto just come in here and say the Vancouver gift on the road is 23-1 to
That's
the
right.
yes?
He's right on that.
I
It's
know he's
ridiculous.
right. I'm giving him his props and putting
Yeah.
that's tremendous.
Well, I bet that.
What the hell's the price for that? That should be
One
if I'm
minus
in
one
the book.
minus 175. I have a
That's
plus.
it?
I have a plus 161 parlay on a gift tonight. I hit it last night. I'm back with it again.
Wait a second. Hold on. It's 23-1 to the yes. So the sample size bullshit argument is out.
Oh no, Vancouver is the number 1 team in the NHL to a goal in the first 10 minutes, and it's a steaming train downhill.
And it's
just
only
true.
minus 175? Like,
Yes.
This is the problem. If it's our book, and we're talking, and I see you put the line up, move the damn number. This should be
What?
minus 250.
Minus 250.
FU number, baby. You
the
want to
pros-
bet this shit? It's 23-1. You got to lay a price. This
pros are-
should be higher.
Every pro will come in and bet the no.
Come on in. I'll open up the Sharp Shop for them. Okay? We're going to start using the Sharp Shop as part of the content.
It's up to minus 190.
Goddamn right it is. It ain't high enough.
It was 170 last night. It's minus 190 now. Yeah, I'm telling you.
The rookie's putting up that number because he's just looking, saying, oh, it should be this because it's always this. He ain't following PSU Auto on the Twitter.
No.
Ain't watching the show.
That's
should be doing both. Bet the over. Yes. God.
Oh, no, there's not a lot of thought here on this.
Does that get affected with the coaching change?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know because they could give up the goal or score the goal. So that's why I love it.
Right.
I'm not worried about, the coaching change. It's more or less like, how do they come out? They may come out on fire. Vancouver, the only thing that I have to ask PSU Auto on that, say that stat again.
23-1 to the yes.
On the
Vancouver.
road.
Gift.
Has to be on the road.
On the road.
Okay, on the road. Okay, on the road. Okay. Because they're 7-3 over the last 10 to the yes. Yeah. So those games were at home. Two of those games were at home, clearly. But
number should be higher.
I mean, and Seattle is not bad either in terms of, they're 6-4 over the last 10, but they hit it at 65% of the time as well for themselves.
Sebastian's coming in hot today. Imagine if Seattle wins a cup before Vegas. People here would be upset with that.
No, I don't think so.
No,
people know that was a fluke run it was unbelievable. And we laid the blueprint for other teams to come before. So, I mean, it would be great. I think anybody knew winning it is good for Vegas. Right. Vegas, you see how they lost their game last night? See how I lost that plus 150 money line bet last night?
Who?
Vegas at New Jersey last night.
Yeah, I did.
That was really pathetic. Give up a game-tying goal off of a deflection off a shin pad with 2 minutes to play, and then you get beat by a slap shot in overtime.
That's the game. It's brutal sometimes.
Should have had it. I mean, that should have been a W. That should have been a plus 150 cash. That's bad. It was a bad loss. One of the worst losses of the year for the Golden Knights last night.
What if you had the Devils? It was a good win.
Of course, but I'm talking about like Vegas. Forget my bet. Just losing the game in that way. You're up 2-1. You've led the whole game. You're on the road. You've outplayed the Devils. And then you give up a 6-on-5 or 5-on or 7-on-6.
So 6-on-5. Pull the goalie. Empty net goal.
Pathetic.
And then lose in overtime. These things happen.
It's bad news. Bruins won again. Covered the 1.5. Didn't cover the 2.5. Last night.
Wah.
They won. They covered the -1. I laid -130, and it covered on that. So
They were trailing though.
well, they're trailing for 1-0, and then it was 1-1, then it was 2-1, then it was 2-2, then it was 3-2, then it was 4-2. I was getting
Bruins
texts.
trailing. We should have an alert. Like
Oh.
we should have a brigade alert.
Well, I bet it
Something.
going into the third period because the Bruins have the best point differential in the third period of anybody in the league by a ways. It's like
It's not even close.
they have like a plus 45, 46 goal differential in the third period. So
Ridiculous.
people were texting me going, "Are you nervous about the Bruins going into the third period?" I said, "No, bet the Bruins. I go, they're going to win. Bet the third period."
I did it.
Yeah.
I was on with Gabe and Cam. I bet
Yeah.
the second period over. Bet the Bruins
Nice.
when they were down.
Nice.
It all worked out. It was not even a sweat. It was just a matter. I was hoping a matter of when. When the second period went over, it made the whole night because I didn't bet an uncomfortable amount of money, but I bet a little
Enough.
bit extra because I
Nice.
was like, I'm putting this theory to the test, and it worked. So I was good the rest of the
Second
night.
period's overs. I mean, look, the Bruins played a bad game last night and they won 4-2. Like they should have lost that game. Montreal was way crisper. They were flying around the ice. The Bruins, it was like one of those games, like when they wanted to put the gas pedal down, they did, and then they let off. And then they put it down and they let off. They just did
This
it enough to
happens on the
win.
road though. Like
Yeah.
this is the time of year we're getting ready right before, week before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get to the All-Star break and all this other stuff. Did you see they're going to do a dunk tank at the All-Star game?
Yes. Second win, by the way, of the year. Only the second win for the Bruins in Canada this year. Isn't that weird?
How many games have they played in Canada?
Only like 4 or 5.
So
But it's still weird. It's still
they
odd.
don't play that many teams in Canada.
Right. They had a losing record up there, though. I mean, because they lost to Ottawa, then they lost to Edmonton, I think.
Like Toronto? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Did they do the Western Canada swing?
Yeah, I think they did that.
Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton. They already did that.
I think so. Yeah, it was on the broadcast. It was on. I was watching Hockey Night in Canada, and they said this is the Bruins' only second win of the year in Canada. I was like, weird.
So funny. Every night, Gabe and Cam were doing the show. They're cursed for whatever reason. Sometimes their games get blacked out on the packages.
Okay.
They get every Bruins game. It annoys the hell of them. They bitch at you they blame you. They're like, tell Perrault we have to watch the Bruins every night.
Good. Watch the best team in hockey. Oilers are laying 2.5 tonight against Columbus. The books just said, fuck it. We're not doing this again.
You can't.
We're not going 1.5.
Got you last night with the Bruins. Now you're going to do it again tonight.
So here's the question. Do you bet Columbus plus 2.5?
You can bet Columbus plus 2.5. I'm not doing it, and I'm not telling anybody to bet the Blue Jackets. Hell no. Game flies over though, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's got to go over.
Going ahead and spoiling better to book it, but yes.
I just looked at I told you, I look at the board in the morning. I go, this team, this over, this whatever. This was the first one that gravitated right to my eye. I said, this should be 7. But
yes,
my friends won't do it. They will later.
It's not 7
it's
yet.
going to be too high.
So
it's 6 now.
Someone in the chat's asking, what books in Vegas offer the gift, that prop bet, or that, I don't know if it's
they don't
prop bet. Okay. It's like FanDuel and stuff like that.
William Hill. William Hill's the only one.
William Hill.
They do?
I'm looking at
Hold
it.
on.
I don't think so, Dave. I know Boyd does at times. I've seen it at Boyd.
Okay.
I mean,
but you can't parlay it. But you can't parlay it.
Yeah, you can't parlay it. But I'm looking.
No, you can't.
Even on Boyd, I can't find it.
So
I've played it on Boyd. You just can't. You can't parlay it. Yeah, I know that for a fact.
For the night or something.
Because I've seen that. But William Hill, I haven't. I mean, I've seen. I think Caesars does it. But FanDuel and DraftKings let you play the gift and parlay the gift.
Yeah.
Those are the books that let you do it.
Yeah. So someone in the chat just asked like books in Vegas, and I'm having the same issue because I'm having trouble finding it too.
Offshore.
So they all do it for sure. I know I've seen it because we used to do it at CG, and my guy Tommy's over there at Caesars / William Hill. He's in charge of the hockey. I'll just ask him actually and see when he puts them up, because I think he puts them up at like afternoon,
right before the game. Okay. After goalies get announced. They probably want to know when the goalie is.
A lot of times that's a factor, or it's just a matter of time when that guy gets in to put those in, because one guy Like me and Tommy used to be the hockey guys. No one else would even look at it. They did it
Right.
begrudgingly. They're like, turn the hockey on because we're open, but nobody would ever move anything or look at it unless you're a hockey guy. So might be as easy as that. We'll find out. I don't know. I guess not. Maybe it's not as prevalent here. I thought at least they did it.
But most of the people that are watching, you guys are in a DraftKings and FanDuel state.
Yeah, so you can find it. Yeah.
You guys can find it easy. So it's
Yeah.
it's available with that. All right, little hoops. You're wearing the Grizzlies jersey. Warriors,
I
best team in basketball at home, laying 3.5 tonight.
Yeah, very confusing here.
Tough game to bet, is it not?
Tough game.
But
Yes,
you're
it
wearing,
is.
you tend to tip your
Well, here,
your
I'm going to
hat,
throw you off. I'm gonna throw
tip
you
your
off.
hand when you're wearing jerseys
I'm
or
gonna throw you
hats
off.
as to who you like.
Yes.
Now you're being the confusing
Yes.
Grizzlies
Just
jersey, Memphis
keep you guess.
Warriors
Yeah.
hat. But who do you like tonight? I would lay the 3.5.
You would.
Yeah. Warriors are starting to come into form.
The Grizzlies are on a road trip from hell.
Uh-huh.
They just got waxed up in Sacramento, did they not?
By like 30.
33, I think. 133 to 100. Something
Not
like
good.
that.
not good.
You see the total in this game?
240.
No. Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
245 and a half. 246. I mean, come on. Seriously. Over. Entertaining basketball game. If I got to pick, this is one I'll have. It's a 7:00 start, which means I get off the air and I can sit and watch it, embed it in game multiple times. What happened? What
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this.
What happened?
I just got sent a DM for somebody
boy.
who wants me to read something on the air, and I think they think I'm going to say something differently than I'm going to say about it, and I don't know what I want to. I'm really going to be. This is like a huge like test for me at the moment.
Oh,
Do I choose violence or not? What do you want me to do?
violence always wins.
All
with
right.
you. I'm okay with this.
So Betfred just sent me this DM. Fred's so confident in the Bengals that we've paid out every bet on the Bengals to win the Super Bowl already before the AFC title game even happens. If you didn't bet it, don't worry. We're offering the Bengals to win the Super Bowl at plus 300 odds, the best odds on the planet. You have till Sunday before kickoff to lock it in. Now, this is sent to me, I'm assuming, because they want me to read it, but they also think I'm going to be excited about this. But I'm not excited about this. I don't like the payout before the game happens type stuff.
So they're just giving you 3-1 odds on whatever money you bet?
If you bet a Super Bowl future, whatever the number is right now
Right.
on the Bengals,
Yeah.
they're giving you the money like it already won. They're paying you out right now. Betfred's giving you the money. Then
What's the limit?
if you haven't bet, it's 3-1 on the Bengals to win the Super Bowl right now.
Right,
If you
right.
didn't bet a future before, you want to bet a future now, you have until before Sunday's kickoff to bet 3-1 at Betfred right now for the Bengals. If you can in Vegas, you can drive to Arizona and bet on the Bengals to win the Super Bowl.
And they will pay you
3-1 odds. Not
whether they win or not.
No, that says I think has to hit. So if you have already bet right now,
Yeah.
you have a ticket right now, they're paying it to a yes. If you want to bet now, they're giving you 3-1 odds, which is better than what it is. Most places it's like 250 or 230, 220 on the Bengals. So it's not like a huge number, but
We have a whole lot to say about Betfred, but we can't say it right
I
now.
don't
I'll just
like
leave
the
it at that.
I don't like the payout ahead of time. So I know they're sending it to me because they want me to say it. I want me to read it, but I don't like books that pay. That's not betting. If I made a bet in the beginning, I want to let them ride it out. Now, I know the player wants the money. The player gets the money. I have no idea what the future wagers are because they weren't live in Ohio in the summer. So I'm guessing they don't have that much money attached to the future bets with the Bengals. Okay?
Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding,
okay?
ding.
So there's not that big, but I still, when DraftKings does it, when FanDuel does it, when anyone else does it, I am not a subscriber of this anymore because I feel like we're conditioning people to accept it and expect it. And that's a dangerous precedent, in my
Some
opinion.
silly bullshit is what it is. It's ridiculous.
I mean,
just don't.
But if you're in a Betfred state, which I guess would only be Iowa, Colorado, and Arizona.
They're in 9 states
Now
prior to Ohio. Yeah.
they weren't before.
No, I don't even understand the promotion. Get back to the basketball, please. Come on.
Just saying, you understand it. It's just what it is.
on.
Okay. So you like the war? I like the Warriors. You like the Grizzlies?
I want to see the Grizzlies win just for content. But you're right. The Warriors at home have been
Pretty good.
a beast. It's going to be a fun game. Props
Yeah.
over, game over, first half over. I think we see a lot of stuff, a lot of fun basketball.
You're actually going to bet over on a 245?
I'm going to
It's a great question, Matt.
wait.
That's a
I'm
great
going to wait till the game starts and hope it comes down.
Yeah.
But I'd bet over 240. I really would. I would bet over 240.
I mean,
You know.
there was that Lakers game not too long ago that ended up falling
Games are finished
at like 270 something.
That's I'm saying. Games
So-
are finishing right now in the 260s on the regular, in the 270s. I mean,
all the numbers are high today.
yeah. There was a game the other night. 150 to 133 was the final.
Well, Wizards Mavs last night was 127, 126.
That's 252. Right?
Clippers,
153, 253.
Clippers,
Yeah.
and the Lakers didn't get. They actually did 248, 133, 115. Clippers, Lakers got
Raider
there.
Nation just came in the chat and said, we have Betfred here in the UK.
Yes.
Shout out to the UK guys
Yes, they
watching
do. Well,
the
that's
show
where you got.
in
That's where you're
prime
from.
time right now on the YouTube. Attaboy, Raider Nation. I love
Wow,
it.
Raider fan in England. How about that?
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. Jeez,
Sorry
how
about
about that?
yeah.
Kings laying 3 against the Raptors. Seems short, does it not? What am I missing on that number?
The power ratings
Uh-huh.
on the Raptors are off. They're just off. You can't. This is the most erratic team, at least in the Eastern Conference, if not in the whole league. The lines are too low when they're too low, and they're too high when they're too high. You can't find the right number.
I mean, they're 6 and 15 on the road.
Makes no sense, Perrault. This
Raptors
line
suck.
should be at least 5.5, 6.
And the Kings are
3.
just coming off that smacking of Memphis, and they're 16 and 10 on the at home. Like, what am I don't understand. Oh, it's a one possession game, really?
It's too low.
Yeah, I don't. That number
Like the
doesn't make,
bean, baby. Sack Town.
doesn't make any
Sacramento
sense.
Kings. Yep.
Lakers got whipped by the Clippers last night, and now they're favored against the Spurs.
Everybody's favorite against the Spurs. Listen, me,
Fine,
you, Farrah,
but-
and we could get Farrah's brother, and we could go get Chef Benny. Chef Benny would be our point guard or our scoring member of,
Right.
of the crew. That's fine. And we would be picking against the Spurs, actually, probably right now. Everybody's favorite against the Spurs. Number is 6.5. We're around that number now where it's like, what do you do? The Lakers never beat the Clippers. Put that on the list of things
They
when the
don't.
next time
10
they play, we have to
10 in a
remember to
row.
put it in, bet it, square it, and lay it with the Clippers.
10 in a row.
Back to back. Are we going to advocate a play on the Spurs? No, we can't.
No.
Right? No.
But I don't know. It seems like it's a high number for me with the Lakers. LeBron went off last night. Is he even playing tonight? I mean, I can see LeBron taking the night
number
off.
indicative to me that yes, he's playing.
Okay.
You? No?
I mean, I guess so, but I mean, he just went crazy last night, and LeBron's doing some incredible work right now, scoring. He is the Lakers team. That's it. He has no help.
No help at all.
He scored 46 points last night on 16 of 29 shooting. Took 29 shots last night. 9 threes. And they lost the game by 18.
Pardon me. Well, I got a text from a dear friend. I call him Dr. Greg. He's not a doctor, but he plays one in this world.
Okay.
It said that, I mean, this is the life we're leading right now. Do you remember how I confused Louis the Legend for the other Louis the Legend who comes from a Chicago waste management Italian family? Like, these are the things that literally I got to decode the texts, and then I got to get on an app and then talk to this guy and say, what the fuck are you talking about right now? Which Italian family waste management people are you referring to? first of all. And why are you bothering me during the show? Dr. Greg, big fan of the show. I have no idea what he's talking about. Do you put it in the chat, doctor? What are we doing with this game? You're putting the lines out. It's lay it. Sacramento, yes. Lakers?
No.
No.
It's a no play game.
Over?
No.
San Antonio goes over every night.
They're the best over team in basketball, but
you want to bet under?
What happens if LeBron takes the night off?
LeBron's got to get some stats, man. He's playing tonight.
All right. Well, if you want stats, here's the game to do it. Not going to be much resistance in that game.
Oh.
Team total Lakers over?
Yes.
So, I mean, that number now is 243.5 for the Spurs Lakers. For comparison, Grizzlies Warriors is 245.5. Hawks Thunder is 238.5. We are playing 1985 basketball now.
Damn right we are.
We just don't play defense. We just score. No one stops anybody.
I just got confirmation on the Louis, the legend. I now know what's happening.
Oh.
I'm going to, if I could, I would be booking my flight right now down south. If I cannot, I have things to do. Otherwise, this would be a tremendous meeting for the people. This would be amazing.
Wow. One college game. UConn laying 6.5 at home against Xavier.
It's too easy, drill sergeant, is it not?
Oh, UConn's a tricky little animal to kind of corner here.
It's not a dog play. This is a dog play. No.
Well, it was 7. It's down to 6.5.
This is a dog play.
Yeah. All right. Probably Xavier's.
No.
11.
What is your hesitation? I don't understand. I thought you were against UConn.
UConn's 8-3-1 ATS at home. They kill people at home.
This is not personal. This is you don't like Connecticut people.
I don't, but this is just me. I like money more than anything else. So if I have to, hold my nose and bet UConn, I'll do it. They beat Butler by 30 in their last game. They lost at home to St. John's by 11. It was an anomaly. Beat Creighton and covered at home. They didn't cover against Nova or Georgetown, but they whipped up an LIU. They won a bunch of their non-conference games at home. It feels like a Xavier play. I'm concerned about UConn because the first time they played, they lost the game by 10. And they're going to be mad. Xavier McDaniel.
Xavier play. There's got to be
money line or
live
laying it.
Look at this total. Is this the highest college basketball total of the day on this card today?
Probably is. It's
154. I challenge anyone in the chat to find one higher, and I haven't looked myself.
The first game,
I will say it right now. That's got to be the highest total of the day. Has to be.
It's 154. The first game was 83-73. Went over by 6.5 points. Total was 149.5.
Oh.
Game went over. So that's why it's as high as what it is now.
I guess I got to watch a lot of this game now. This is
a good game. This is the best game of the night in college basketball.
Oh, wow.
Xavier UConn's a big game.
Loyola Chicago's playing the Duquesne Dukes today. That's going to be a hell of a basketball game. Come on. What are you making that face for? No? Sanford and Furman's not on your list? Sanford and Furman's going to be.
I'm a Valley guy, but no. That's not accurate.
People in Indiana might say IUPUI, Purdue Fort Wayne. That's a hell of a basketball game.
A hell of a game, yeah. Sign me up. All right, so let's get to the Puig story. All right.
Hit it.
So, Yeswell Puig is facing obstruction of justice charges in a sports betting case, and he got hit with new charges, essentially that he lied to federal investigators.
Oh, boy.
He has withdrawn his guilty plea for making those false statements to the feds.
Shit.
So now he's facing an obstruction of justice charge in connection to this. Because he initially said, yes, I'll plead guilty to making false statements back in November regarding a series of sports wagers he made with an illegal operator, but weeks later pulled it back and said, no, new evidence is prompting me to say that I'm going to contest the charges. Over a 3-month period from September 2019, Puig placed nearly 900 wagers They're a California-based illegal sports betting ring, according to court records. While Puig allegedly placed wagers on tennis, football, and basketball games, he's accused of placing bets on baseball as an active MLB player.
Oh, God.
Do we believe that Yasiel Puig was betting hundreds of thousands of dollars on tennis?
There's no amounts in these bets. There's no amounts. You didn't mention any amounts of money.
Well, okay. Puig so the charges beginning in 2019, Puig started placing bets through a third-party agent who worked for an illegal sports betting operation. This is according to court records. Wagers were placed with a sports betting ring operated by Wayne Nix, a former minor league baseball player with the A's. Nix, according to prosecutors, enlisted a number of agents to place and accept wagers for the illegal operation. Wagers, court records show, were facilitated through Sands Island Sports, a Costa Rican-based entity. By that June, Puig owned
in the house.
By June, Puig owed the gambling business $282,900 for sports gambling losses.
He didn't even have a good person putting him through. He owed that by $250,000.
Puig repaid a portion of his debt with a check payment totaling $200,000 and then resumed wagering with the operation on July 4th on 2019.
Was probably his share. 20% was the other guy's share. He paid the $200,000. He paid what he was told he was going to be on the hook for. Okay, go ahead. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Puig met with, as described in court records, Agent 1 at a youth baseball camp in 2019. A meeting last January, federal investigators presented Puig with a picture of the individual in question, the outfielder, and whether he conversed with the agent on his pattern of sports wagering. In response, Puig told investigators that he only knew the agent through baseball. Shortly after, Puig appeared in U.S. District Court in California. A rep for the outfielder said he felt rushed and unprepared for the meeting with law enforcement officials.
Oh, they tried to whamwoozy him, get him fast. Say this.
Puig, a native of Cuba, conducted the interview without criminal counsel and was not provided an interpreter.
Don't ever talk without the lawyer.
Hell yeah. After reviewing new evidence presented to Puig's legal team last November, attorneys for the outfielder decided to withdraw the guilty plea. Quote, "I want to clear my name," Puig said in November. "I should never have agreed to to plead guilty to a crime I did not commit." This is really complicated and really crazy, but this is like the indictment filed last Friday saying Puig of making false statements to U.S. officials,
right,
from Homeland Security investigators, the U.S. Attorney's Office, and the Internal Revenue Service, their Criminal Investigation Division. Statements from Puig were allegedly made during a January 27th interview with officials. According to the indictment, Puig allegedly, quote, endeavored to influence, obstruct, and impede the due administration of justice by withholding information.
Just wanted it to go away, first of all. He just wanted
He's going to lose. He's going to lose this. I mean, you don't go up against this level of government and win.
Well, they're trying to make an example of him, right? I mean, this is what I see. Speaking of making an example of, my dear friend, the doctor, is in the chat. Milk Steak 99, M Night, welcome. We used to have nights at the M that we would kind of organize all night bowling and a lot of chicanery.
Right.
The doctor may or may not have been spotted along with, we used to wager on every throw of the bowling ball. These fun bowling nights used to turn into serious problems. And the doctor was so good at manipulating the people who thought they were good at bowling and not good at bowling. And he used to literally just take all their money and they would leave pissed off. So, but he just came in and he said, give the people over 127.5 and Cal Baptist UT Arlington.
Oh my gosh.
That's game number 709 for the people without the rotation numbers or with the rotation numbers. Thank you, Dr. Greg. Have fun with the legend down there. And I wish I could come. I miss you both. I did see the legend at a Christmas party in December. Got to give him a big hug. That was great. So as far as this story, Perrault, we had Stuckey on Monday. Groundbreaking conversation, bringing a lot of the stuff that allegedly, organizations keep talking about, bringing out the shadows of this business and putting it in the light. This is the government putting it in the fucking spotlight. Okay. This is a guy who they got to, whose English ain't that good, who got comfortable with a guy who's running baseball camps, but really having a
book
place to make bets, running some illegal gambling ring. I love the headlines and the different things they call these things. It's a book.
Yes,
Guy's running
right.
a book.
Running a book. Yes.
He's running a book. He's taking bets and having someone do it for him and outsourcing all of it. And he's just a pick up or drop off guy, or even has guys for that. But again, when you look at the facts of the story, 900 something bets. I didn't know that Yasiel Puig
in a
was such
12-week period.
A 12-week
12-week period. It's not just 900 bets. It's 900 bets over a 12-week period.
You math guys can figure that out. Okay. How many days is in a 12-week period? 7 times?
It's 70. 12. It's 75 bets a week is what he's making.
75 bets a week. That sounds like a professional to me, does it not?
Just saying.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Is that a sharp? No, wait. We got stuck. $280,000. Somebody got pissed off that they didn't get paid. Somebody got pissed off that they only got paid 200 or
not
whatever.
289. Yeah.
And somebody said, you know what? We're going to let somebody know about this. And now it's all blown up. It's bad. It's all bad. There's nothing good from this.
Well, someone's going to jail. That's all we know. The feds don't go this to the mat without putting someone behind bars. So it's either going to be Puig going to jail or he's flipping on the people that he was doing business with, and they're going to jail.
You think somebody's going to jail?
Yeah. You have Homeland Security, the IRS, the FBI. You have all these entities. This is a lot of tax dollars being used. It's now in the media. It's not being reported. High profile figure.
Writing. Great story by Rybaltowski.
Yep.
Matt Rybaltowski from Sports Handle wrote this. You can see the graphic right there. Matt is a good friend of the family, the gambling. So I love Matt.
Yeah.
He did a great job with this story.
And this is what, when you go to court against the federal government, they are batting 95%. Like they do very well when they want to win cases. And this is a case where they've put a lot of resources behind it. If I was Puig's lawyers, I would be looking for plea agreements every which way on Sunday. How do I keep my person out of jail? How do I keep my client out of jail?
I don't know. Listen, I was at a place where we walked in and the FBI and the Gaming Control Board. I literally had to ask the guy, what am I doing here today? And he said, just open as normal. They were standing at the ends of the book with blocking it, trying to get the people that were supposedly doing stuff to come in so they could grab them right there. But word got out on the street that I guess there were people there and they didn't come in.
Shocking.
We operated as normal. All these people, you could go Google it. Cantor Gaming Scandal. It's all right there. It was in the Review Journal. My friends literally got their doors knocked on and got arrested on the spot. I don't think anybody went to jail. I don't know. But I know they had to go testify in New York. They had to go. There was a lot of shit that came of it. A lot of money spent. A lot of government tax dollars. Nobody went to jail. I don't know if anybody's going to jail. I don't know. I would push back.
Are we sure no one went to jail?
Nobody that was involved in the triangle of pictures of hierarchy.
Yes, right.
That when you Google it, you'll see it.
But was the goal something else? Was that triangle
money? The goal was to get the money.
Or was it to get something else for something else down the line with some other play? You never know what the feds are doing. You never know what their real target is.
Listen, I don't even know if we should be talking about this. What the feds are doing. I don't want them coming after us ever. I'm just talking.
I'm just saying, could have been. I'm just saying the Cantor Gaming scandal, like this investigation.
They fined them $15 million.
But this investigation,
the largest fine in the history of Nevada sports books ever.
Right, but that's a Nevada fine, not a federal fine. But
it came from the feds. It is now the example. When I went to West Virginia to do the Title 31 training,
right,
the story of Cantor
You're
Gaming
like, hi, I
was
that.
part of the training. I'm going through the training, and it pops up. And this one time in 2012, this book did this, and I was like, oh shit.
I was
like
here.
that. I was there. I remember that day.
Yeah, I can tell you about that. I'm just saying, the federal government, we never know. Like, this investigation might have nothing to do with this gambling ring. They might be going after something totally different. And this gets publicized because they want Puig to flip on something else totally that's unrelated to everything else. Like,
Oh, the ruffle in the tree to see what leaves fall
yeah,
out.
we never know. I mean, we'll all watch enough crime drama, enough movies to know that, like, one investigation is not necessarily the main target. It could be something else. And they use leverage and the threat of, hey, if you don't tell us this, you're going to jail, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But all I know is this: 900 bets, 75 bets a week for 12 weeks. I do not believe Yasiel Puig was making those number of bets himself to this total.
That's not even a question.
So
I don't even know if Puig knew how to log into the account. I don't know.
It's fair.
Tyler, our friend Tyler, BetSmart US, just let us know that it's about $300 a bet based on those numbers at those amount of bets. So he's betting a very fair amount, trying to, this is what like followers do, and originators try to sneak in bets at 300 a pop because that's usually below the nickel level, not enough to set off alarms. 300 is around the number. We had a guy that bet us offshore. I used to call him, what did I call that guy? I remember his account number, but he used to bet 330 to win 300, and he was one of the best bettors I've ever seen in my life at basketball. Never asked for more, never took less. 330 to win 300. He was an abs. I swear he had the best almanac. He was amazing. But BetSmart said, I'd like to bet Puig won't go to jail at whatever line anyone wants to put up.
Yeah, I don't think Puig goes to jail. Somebody else might. They're going to use jail as a threat, though. They've already threatened him with jail time. They're threatening him with jail time.
Being threatened with jail time is not fun.
No, especially when you escaped Cuba to come to America. You've already escaped one.
What could scare that guy? I mean, what did he do? Did you see his story and where he came from to get where he is? What could scare him?
But the idea of going back, to that world. Hey, by the way, you got out. Now we might put you back. I don't want a part of that.
Joel just came in the chat and said, this is so good. I'm sure I talked to Dave on the phone before when he was offshore.
Unbelievable.
I've talked to a lot of people that I did 100% talk to while I was down in Curacao. 100%. There were times I was at the Golden Nugget and I'd be like, did you? And they'd look at me like, how did you know? Curacao Dave. Get the hell out of here. Oh my God. You're them? Yeah, you're him. Oh, I thought you were taller. Oh, I thought you were skinnier. You just give each other shots. Yeah. I thought you were younger. I thought you had hair, blah, 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 blah. He just said, sorry, I took that money. Joel, for $330 a pop, you were giving me the information. We were working together, brother. I pay a guy $330 every day for all the plays. If he helps me get on the right side of the game, if we're booking it that way, that's awesome. This guy who was using Yasiel's account was giving you the shit. 280? Got stuck 280,000 in 12 weeks?
Not good. So we'll watch that story. All right, time for Better to Book It.
Bam, let's go.
You already like this one. Oilers, Jackets over 6.5. I laid -125 last night. I'm not sure what it is now. From a price perspective. Oilers 6.5.
You're doing pretty good with the closing numbers, by the way, with the hockey. No, I'm not even kidding. You're betting. Oh no, it's -130. Wow, 3 books have gone to -135.
Hey, all right. Got a little dime action.
Just go to 7.
I predicted it. That's what I said. On Just the Picks last night, I said this number is going to close at 7, so let's take it to 6.5.
Start at 7.
Well, that would give me pause. You start at 7, and I go, okay, wait, and I'll think. So yeah, I mean they should on Oiler games.
Would you rather bet over 6.5 -1/4 or over 7 flat or even money?
Over 6.5 -125.
Okay. But now 6.5 over -135.
Getting too crazy.
Or over 7 flat.
Over 7 flat. Yeah. I mean, I'd prefer, I don't mind. 6 and 7 are the numbers I always look for. I mean, that's what I under 7, over 6 are the numbers that I feel comfortable because you have the push potential. So
right.
The half of puck goal there is a big deal.
CLV, baby.
Yep.
CLV. Yeah,
the gift,
me.
The gift I hit yesterday, we're coming back into it this day.
Mm.
Islanders, Ottawa, plus Vancouver, Seattle is a plus 161 parlay.
Are you going to make this a habit now? We're going to keep doing
I'm
a
3-1
gift
and I'm
parlay?
hitting
I
plus
know.
150 odds. I mean, it's not a habit. It's just if
I'm just asking.
I'm going to
Just
ride
asking.
this. I've decided to ride this until the All-Star game. And then I'll
Okay,
think about what
fair.
happens. But until we get to
And
the All-Star
reevaluate
game,
because
yeah,
the All-Star game and all the momentum and all the
screws
things,
everything up.
this is when it fucks it all up for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yes.
Just
So
like when
until we get
Eddie
there,
Murphy said in Beverly Hills Cop when Mathopoulos, the guns dealer, walked into the Playboy party and said, "Look, he fucked it up for everybody. The All-Star break fucks it up for everybody." But this parlay's good. I think this is good. I think you've done it again, sir. I think this is a winner. Although,
well, last
which
night
one
was
beats you here?
Ottawa Islanders.
No doubt.
Yeah. But Ottawa's really good. Islanders have been pretty good. Islanders, get this. Islanders are the worst team in the NHL to a gift and the second worst team to over 1.5 goals in the first period. But 7 of the last 10 games, they've gone to a goal in the first 10 minutes. Sorokin's playing like crap. He's been horrible.
Why didn't you use the Toronto and the Ranger game?
Because the Rangers are the Rangers are the second worst team to the gift.
Or did you not want to? Did you need variables? I mean, because like the Columbus and Edmonton game over gift with the Vancouver Seattle game, I think would be the ideal situation. What does that pay? That got to be some plus money.
Oh yeah, well most of them are.
Well, I know, but this is got to be
money. So which game are you talking about?
Vancouver, Seattle, and Columbus, Edmonton.
I'm using Columbus, Edmonton. Columbus, Edmonton. The reason why I didn't use Columbus, they are 4-6 over the last 10 games, and they're 57%. They're near the bottom of the league.
Okay.
To Columbus, giving up a goal in the first 10 minutes. And then Ottawa is 7-3, fourth best team in the league to a yes.
Okay.
67% of the time, Ottawa comes in. That's why I used Ottawa. The Islanders are the worst, but 70% of the time over the last 10, they've come in. What's the other game you were talking about? Rangers? Rangers are the second worst gift team in hockey, and they're 4-6 over the last 10.
It's more a Toronto thing.
Toronto
hesitation.
Toronto is
Edmonton is the number one gift team at
suck.
home. Thank you, Otto.
Yeah, and Toronto is
no Sorokin tonight. You got Varlamov confirmed.
Great, better.
Damn.
5-5 over the last 10 for Toronto, 56% of the time.
Okay,
for Toronto's not good to the gift.
There you go.
So that's why I didn't use them. I run through most of them and I look for the most likely outcomes. Like last night, the Kings are now 7 in a row, and the Vegas Golden Knights are 7 in a row.
Right.
To gifts.
Flyers are good.
Both Flyers are good. Yep. Vancouver's phenomenal. Vancouver is the best team in hockey to it. I mean, they're just go ahead and bet it. When Vancouver playing, bet the gift on that.
Yep.
And then finally, one college basketball play. I'm going to fade the Blue Jays tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and take the 10 points. It's
St. John's is caca.
St. John's beat UConn at UConn 2 games ago.
Yeah, and then what'd they do?
They went ahead and they covered.
They lost at home, did they not? Their last game, they were 4-point favorites and lost.
I'm looking. Well,
right? Is that not correct?
Hold on. Yeah. Where's the Creighton game? Creighton is awful at home. ATS, by the way, them being 10-point favorites to anybody is rather suspect.
St. John's, poo, no good.
Well, St. John's is 4-3-1 ATS on the road. The Jays are 3-5-1 at home.
What did St. John's do the last game?
They lost to Villanova, which is
at home.
At home. Okay.
4-point favorite. Villanova's not who they normally are either.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's I
don't know. This is a get right game for the Blue Jays. I'll book this one.
Okay.
I'll book this one.
Yeah. Jays only beat Providence last home game by 6 as 7.5-point favorites. They beat up on Seton Hall, but Seton Hall stinks. They did not cover against DePaul, and they won there at home. They did cover against Butler because Butler stinks. They went to Marquette and they lost. In conference play, the Jays are 3-5 ATS. St. John's is 4-5 ATS against the Big East.
Okay.
They lose, but they cover. I don't like the Jays on a Wednesday in January. I've seen this so often. No one's going to be there.
Night there.
No one's going to be there. Okay. It's going to be a small audience. It's going to be probably 15,000 people going to be there. It's a sleepy crowd.
15?
Yeah, they normally put 18,000.
What the hell's wrong with 15,000? We're like 1,200 people at the
Yeah.
UNLV game last night. Nobody's
Well,
there.
that's different. I mean,
what are you talking about?
Can't compare Creighton to UNLV fan bases. Not even the same universe.
You can't say that nobody's there and say a crowd of 15,000. A crowd of 15,000 anywhere, that's somebody there.
It's somebody there, but it's just not going to be the same feel. I've seen it. It's sleepy, walk through, like it just, they'll win, but they'll win by 7. They'll win by 7. They just, they won't win by 10. So I'm on St. John's.
All right.
Sports Grid, thank you so much. We will talk to you guys tomorrow for a Thursday edition. If you guys are live on YouTube and Twitter, hang on. More to come here with BVB.
Yes.
All right. Favorite thing about today?
Oh, man, there's so many things. I mean, really. I just got to let it all out. No, we got a nice crowd in here today, live for the show. Thank you, guys. Favorite thing about today is, one, my tweet, which we were talking about before, that fight and that guy doing the play-by-play of the fight. If you haven't seen it, just go on Sports BK and say, and this guy, Inman, Steve Inman, I believe is his name, did play-by-play of a fight between two people. And he called them Debo and Opie. Debo and Opie. We'll leave it at that. Go watch the video. It was outstanding. It was hilarious. But I think, geez, what is my favorite thing about today? I don't know. I think our afternoon meeting. And I'm just running over to the house. That's going to be my favorite thing about today.
All right.
No.
Coming on with good news? You're coming on with good news or just for fun to chat?
You better have an envelope. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah,
I got that.
We're coming to get that envelope. We got an invitation to a party. I got to pick it up.
Madeline had a fun time watching the bank. She enjoyed that. She was like, 1, 2, what? She had some fun. She had some fun watching.
The other favorite thing about today is that little kid Kendall got to celebrate her 100th day of school. Okay. And so every year the school,
they dress up like old people, right? Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah, right.
Grandma got involved.
Nice.
Everybody got involved. I'm debating on putting the picture up or not, but it was outstanding. It's a cane. She got a cane, nice. Curlers, and a big mop of gray hair.
Nice.
And I called her old lady all morning. I said, "Hey, old lady, how you doing?"
We had a walker with Madeline with the tennis balls in the bottom.
We did that last year. Outstanding. Outstanding. Own it. Nice. Own it. Again, just like we were talking about with the kids.
Yep.
Being confident. Listen, who cares what everyone else is wearing? This is what you're wearing. Be that old lady today.
Hell yeah.
Fun stuff. All good. All good.
My favorite thing about today kind of runs concurrently with the theme that we've been talking about for a while about the show and how different this show can be, because we're a sports betting show. We talk about sports gambling. However, the stuff that people say to us about the non-sports betting topics are the things that resonate with people. And that's what makes this show different. Yes. So our guy, Vinny, who is in Knoxville, who has sent us the Yeehaw beer stuff, and he works at the brewery, and you got the hats and I got the hats.
Oh,
in passing, I just had said to him, or said on the show, I said, my mom and I are doing this 45 minutes of walking right now. And like, we're halfway through, we're stopping at Valentine's Day. That's the end of the trek. We're almost to the peak, or it's all downhill from here.
Right.
And he sent me a DM on Twitter, and he goes, "Hey, could you explain a bit more about what you're doing?"
Right.
And I said, "Yeah." So I kind of laid out what I'm doing and showing what's going on and blah, blah, blah. And this morning, Vinny started the 45-minute walks for the next 45 days. He's got to lose 20 pounds. His doctors come in and said, "Hey man, you got to get some weight off.
Attaboy, Vinny.
Got to start moving around."
Hello.
Took a picture, posted it on Twitter this morning about he's starting the first walk today. So I want us to give a shout out to Vinny for that, for a nice job out of him.
Boy, Vinny.
Good job getting after it on that. It's more of a mental thing than a physical thing. You might be like, 45 minutes, 45 days, that's nothing. Yeah, it is nothing, but it's the mental thing. You're going outside and walking in the cold and the snow. You have to go to the gym. We don't want to go to the gym. There's days you're busy. Got to carve out that time. Got to figure out when to do it. It's not always easy to do it.
Yep.
That's why it's 45 minutes to decompress, to be with yourself, to think, to be quiet.
Put us in the year. You
Put
can
us in the ear.
on-
Listen.
put
I
us
listen
in
to the
the
show.
ear,
That's what I do.
listen up.
I mean, I'm not afraid to admit it. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I go listen to the show. I go put it on. I go walk 45 minutes and put the first hour of the show on and listen to the whole show to see what I liked, what I didn't like, and what I can improve upon, and just do some self
Do
reflection.
you listen to it on 1.5?
No, I do not. I listen to my
Okay.
audiobooks on 1.2,
Okay.
but I don't. But I want to hear what we sound like normally.
Okay.
It would flip me out listening to myself at 1.5.
It's actually kind of funny. I'm not
It's
going to
too
lie.
fast.
It's
too
pretty.
fast.
It's fast enough, and then listening to you on 1.5, I
So-
just giggle.
Yeah,
Like when
it's
you
too
could
much.
go and I'm laughing.
No way.
Literally
Yeah,
just laughing.
it's just too fast.
What you
So-
sound like. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you for being here, guys. We appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for everything.
Did
We
we?
are back tomorrow, Thursday tomorrow. We are back for another episode of BBB.